Hello everyone and welcome back. We have our vegetables sweated out. Put to the side. So now that we have the oil / butter flavor with the vegetables, we're going to start cooking up the chicken here. First, we need to season the chicken up. So let's go do that real quick. Once again, I'm sorry for the music. I have to have music in the background. I just have to. Salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic salt, a little bit of celery, a little bit of LMP, a little bit of extra seasoning. I don't want to promote anyone. But when it comes to, can you not cook as fast? Thank you. Stop. I want to turn this down. Alright, cool. When it comes to seasoning chicken, you don't only want to season both sides, you want to pull the skin up a bit and season that as well. Because you're seasoning the skin, you also want to season the meat. Pardon me. Thank you. Sorry about that. So yeah, you just want to get under there, you want to season it up, that way it incorporates everywhere. Really? Can you just wait until I'm done, man? And then you can get off your plate and then you can get cooked, man. Oh yeah. Season every little bit of it. And don't forget to also, and I'll show you in a second. Of course I'm not going to do all of under the skin because some things you want to keep simple, some things you don't. And this is very boring. I want us to get past all this part. Although we don't have an editor, so I can't do that. So you're just going to see all of this. It's okay if you don't season all of it, but the meat under the skin, you at least want to have salt and pepper at least to break down the meat, break down the particles, and let it go. But very importantly, you want to season both sides. So just flip it over. This time you don't have to worry about the skin, just go ahead and season it. However. There's some parts where it's going to take a while, and I do apologize. Last but not least, and we don't have fresh garlic, that's why I'm adding as much as I can. A little bit of lean Paris, LMP, Worcestershire sauce, goes great with every piece of meat, trust me. Not too much though, you don't want to overpower it. But do massage it right in there. You do want to incorporate the flavor really nice. Before I started doing these videos, I wanted to make a nice barbecue chicken and teriyaki chicken, but the thing is, I don't have enough soy sauce to make it, and I don't have enough barbecue sauce to make that, so we're just going to go with plain Jane, which is sort of between the lines of both, because if you ever meet a lot of Japanese chefs and you meet a lot of American chefs, if they can't do barbecue and if they can't do teriyaki or Asian style chicken, they use lean parents. And it's like right in the middle, and anyone can afford it. You guys can afford it. I know you can. I know if you look in your fridge, you probably have some lean parents in there. Alright? Don't let it burn. It's a little brown because of the vegetables that are put in there. And I can hear it. I can hear the oil. But one way to test it is by dipping part of your meat in there and see if it starts to sizzle. That's when you know it's ready. Skin side down first. It's gonna jump back at you. I've been cooking for a long time. It doesn't hurt, so don't worry about me. even though I'm cringing. This is gonna go really fast. Really fast. What do you do with the juices? Add it. That's extra flavor. Ow. So, chicken's gone. I turned the music up because this is going to be a little loud. Make sure it doesn't stick, of course, you know. If it does, your heat's too high. Turn the heat down. And the only reason why I'm doing this is because of what my dad said earlier. He wants to eat soon. I want to eat soon too. And the thing is, when I said this was the easy recipe, I meant it. I meant it. Like, you could have bypassed everything I've done tonight, put all the vegetables in there, greased of course, get it to 425, vegetables greased, seasoned, chicken seasoned as well, and then on top of the veggies, and thrown in the oven and let it bake. But I'm trying to do this faster than normal, and the only way you can do that is by cooking it first, which is what I'm doing. And there's a big advantage to doing that because you get more flavor. You get tons more flavor out of it. Alright, see how it's brown? That's why I turned it over. When it browns again, I'll turn it over one more time, let it sit a bit, let it cook up a bit, and let it deglaze the bottom of the pan, which is where all the vegetables were cooking in there with the oil, all the flavors in the bottom of the pan that people think is burnt. No, it's just, that's where it left the flavor. I mean, if you could apologize, you could. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm so awesome and amazing that I left flavor in there for you to cook, meat. But you deglaze it. And it's amazing. It's awesome. It makes the entire dish. You can turn it over as many times as you want. Just don't let it burn. That's all I'm saying. Ooh. Wow. You want a nice brown color. That's what I'm getting here. Only because it turned the heat down. See what I mean? A nice brown color. And a lot of people are scared because they're like, whoa, after you cook it here and throw it in the oven, isn't it going to overcook? No, because there's a secret to that. Secret number one is you want to put your meat on the rack with liquid. The liquid will evaporate and collaborate with the rest of what's in there and keep it from overcooking. What kind of rack? What kind of rack? Well, this is the rack. You take your undercooked vegetables and put it in there. Put the chicken on top. The vegetables will act as a rack. Rack. Words. Sorry if I can't say words tonight, but it'll act as a rack. It'll keep the chicken from directly cooking to it. How do I keep the vegetables from overcooking? Because the vegetables are direct heat. I don't know. Maybe a broth? So since I'm cooking chicken, I took some chicken bouillon cubes, crushed them up with a hammer. Feel free to do it anytime you want to. It's not blasphemy. I took a saran wrap, put the bouillon cubes, folded over, hit it with a hammer, took it out, put it in here, added about 2 cups of water, and just keep stirring it, because if you don't keep stirring it, it's going to settle down. All the flavors going to be at the bottom, there's going to be water on top, so just keep it up. Chicken sounds like it's about ready to go. Now keep the heat on. Keep the heat on, because it'll help you deglaze the pan. If the skin sticks, don't worry about it. Just more flavor that's going to be added to it. Thankfully, none of it stuck. That would be embarrassing. But let's show you. Come look at the pan. You okay? You alright? Need anything? Alright, cool. It seems burnt, but what I talked about was deglazing. Add the broth, let it boil. Thank you, music. What the water's going to do is going to break up the particles that are not burnt, but, you know, brown to the bottom of it. And just your spatula, your tongs, whatever you're using to cook it with, wipe it back and forth. It'll break up the particles and it'll incorporate it to the broth that you have in there, adding the most flavor you've ever had. And we browned it pretty good, so of course it's going to look brown. It's not going to look like chicken style. You okay over there? Alright, cool. Alrighty. Let me show you all. Turn this off, of course, because we're going to throw it in the oven. See that? Most of it that was browned on the bottom is now incorporated inside of the liquid that we're going to cook it all in. That's going to incorporate itself inside the entire product. So not only did we clean the bottom of the pan, we're adding more flavor to it. What band are you again? Sorry. Alright, add the veggies. And then of course the chicken. And you can do this with any meats, any sort of meats. It's just we'll pour chicken's all we have. And I know a lot of you asked me before, and you're going to ask me, of course, again tonight. You go, D, chicken's not cooked all the way. There's blood in the plate. There's blood there, man. What do you do with it? You add the flavor, that's what you do with it. So if you're not vegetarian, let me tell you something. The reason why a lot of vegetarian meals taste different, taste weird, taste like you're missing something, and it seems really, really morbid, but the flavor that us carnivores get, or omnivores, whatever you are, from meat is actually from the blood. That's where most of the flavor is. So now we have chicken browned on a rack with nice flavor sitting on the bottom. Covered. And then baked. I'm sorry. If I know a song, I don't want to ruin the bass drop. There it is. So we're going to let it cook, let it sit about half an hour or so. Check on it. And it's a lot faster than just throwing it all together and throwing it in the oven. Once again, thank you guys for watching us. Please like it if you do like it. Please share it if you do. If you don't worry about sharing it. We're doing this for us. We're doing it for you, but we're also doing it for us. Like, we love cooking and sharing it. So stay shiny and have a safe night.